Bang, bang. I've been doing that. Yeah, we live now. Get this going for this motherfucking recall. A major food recall involving Cheerios and other products is trending right now. And a lot of people are trying to figure it out, what this actually means for them. In this stream, we're going to figure out the panicking, break down while we recall what happened, what products are involved, and how you can quickly check whether anything in your kitchen is affected as we walk through this shit, man. Get my little teleprompter off the screen. We'll get more into this recall. Yo, but actually, I'm gonna go over a few recalls from the past with Cheerios, just so we can see. It ain't gonna be the same recall, but I'm gonna go over a few things from the past.
A breakfast health alert for you this morning. Some people say eating Cheerios is making them sick, and that's leading to a major recall. General Mills warns that boxes of original and Honey Nut Cheerios, labeled as gluten-free, may include wheat. Benita Nair is here with the cereal's giant explanation. Benita, good morning.
Good morning. The company says the recall is a class 1, meaning there is reasonable probability that the error could cause serious health consequences or even death. In a press release, General Mills cited, quote, potential adverse health effects for people with wheat allergies
old
or
Cheerios
celiac
warning
disease.
from 10 years ago.
The 1.8 million boxes were made at its California facility. General Mills says the gluten-free oat flour was inadvertently exposed to what it describes as a, quote, isolated incident. The company said it would remove affected boxes from warehouse and store shelves. It also tweeted out instructions for consumers to identify whether their purchase was affected. In a letter to the public, the company's senior vice president said, we sincerely apologize to the gluten-free community and to anyone who may have been impacted. Please know we'll be working even harder to earn back your trust. The Cheerios recall is the second recall for General Mills in the last week and the third in less than 2 months. Nora?
And General Mills has issued a recall that affects 1.8 million boxes of cereal.
This is 10 years ago,
Some
General
of its
Mills Cheerios.
and Honey Nut Cheerios cereal labeled as
Way different now.
gluten-free could actually contain wheat. The cereal was packaged in July at a California facility. General Mills says wheat flour was inadvertently introduced to the gluten-free oat flour system and is an isolated incident.
It's a recall of a cereal a lot of you probably have on your breakfast table this morning. General Mills is recalling and apologizing for an allergen issue in some of its Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios cereals that have been labeled as gluten-free but could actually contain wheat.
The recall covers nearly 2 million boxes made in July at its Lodi, California facility. General Mills says wheat flour was inadvertently introduced to the gluten-free oat flour
This is
system
all 10 years ago.
in an isolated incident. The recall
Reference
affects Honey Nut
to the
Cheerios
recall
boxes
10
with
years
better
ago?
if used by dates of
I'm
July
getting into more
12,
of this
2016 through July 25, 2016, as well as Cheerios boxes with better if used by dates of July 14, 2016 through July 17, 2016.
About some news, General Mills is recalling nearly 2 million boxes of Cheerios that they mistakenly labeled
She look
gluten-free.
crazy.
A batch of wheat flour was accidentally blended into the gluten-free system at one of their California facilities. Now, this recall only affects Honey Nut Cheerios and Classic Cheerios with the better if used by dates between July 12th, 2016 and July 25th, 2016, along with the letters LD on the stamp, such as the one pictured on your screen. Now, you guys, you know you can log on to ktnb.com and get all this. Who's remembering this? Company officials say they may contain wheat, which could cause a reaction in some consumers who are allergic. So,
well, sorry, I'm still trying to absorb all the details. Like, did I
was
eat
a
a
lot.
Cheerio?
Right.
I don't know.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
let's keep going with this. General Mills issued the recall voluntarily and is asking customers who bought the affected product.
I don't know what fucking channel this is, but like I said, this is 10 years ago. Because Cheerios doesn't go through shit like this. So this is 10 years ago when Cheerios, General Mills had a mishap, 1.8 mil boxes, but I got the new update for you in a second.
Product to call the company at the number on your screen. Are we going to put it up there?
It's up there.
If you were allergic, there it is right there. If you were allergic to gluten, would you ever buy
they
this
laughing
product
for?
again?
all right, Cole.
They must be
absolutely.
drunk.
I
It's
mean-
one of them fuckboy I can't say fuckboy. It's one of them Gump channels, Valley View. They probably drinking. Everybody got whiskey in their fucking cup. And they just giggling at every fucking thing. This shit is 10 years ago, by the way.
For one, it's Cheerios. It's not like I'm a child of the 90s. Yes, I'm going to buy more Cheerios. But I don't want to live in absolutes. It was a human error. We all make mistakes. And though this is a big one, you know, how many of us
Oh,
can
it's a
say
big fucking
we've
mistake.
never made a mistake that affects somebody else?
Right.
As long as they
Good
do something
point.
about it, they did it as quickly as possible. You know, they made their recall on their own. They weren't forced to do it. They didn't try to hide anything.
They're not GM.
Right.
Yeah. Only about 1% of the
That's a
people
shot.
in America have this disease or gluten or allergic to gluten.
Gluten,
So
right.
only 1% when you think
Shit.
about it, it's going to
Oh,
affect
motherfucker.
hardly anybody. And for people to come out of the woodwork, I'm sure they're going to have people faking their illness and things like that
course.
and issues
What
that
kind of channel is this?
the
They
company's
talking
going to have to
crazy.
deal with. But the majority of us are not going to be affected.
channel
And
even
if you
still
were
alive?
affected, if I actually had this and I was allergic to it and I got sick, then of course I would absolutely never eat it again.
Of course.
But if people have short memories. If it didn't affect you, they're going to forget about this in 6 months and they're going to eat it again.
No,
Absolutely.
the question is, do you put bananas in your Cheerios or not?
If I'm not lazy,
If I want a
yes.
heartier breakfast, I do.
Yes.
Yes.
And blueberries.
And honey.
And blueberry.
And a little cinnamon on top. It's always delicious.
Strawberry.
Played. Yes.
Whatever's available.
Wow.
For those of you who end up buying Cheerios,
Like I said,
again,
the real
breakfast
question
of champions.
when it comes back around, this is going to be great.
Here's the other reality. Any type of packaged food has a certain amount of junk in it. I mean,
Right.
they're allowed under the FDA guidelines to have like roach.
This one seems like a no nonsense, my bad, all nonsense fucking channel of ladies just talking about stupid shit. So I'm gonna get to motherfucking read off the real shit. Let me add this shit to the fucking stage so I can see this nut ass shit. But matter of fact, I gotta make this shit larger so everybody can fucking see it, yo. Yeah, I'm gonna just read off. Yeah, I'm making this fucking larger. Fuck it. Give me a second. While I update. And that's good. Update this fucking layout. And we're good to go, because I'm gonna read off some of this shit. Because a lot of this shit I'm about to read off is probably in your fucking cabinet. That's why the fuck I'm here. So I give a fuck. I mean, shit, I'm trying to get views too. It's hot off the press. And so what the fuck you expect? Let me read some things for you nut ass motherfuckers who's eating Honey Nut Cheerios. Where we going? Going to the economic times. Cheerios, Pringles, Skittles, Coca-Cola among 2,000 products recalled over FDA concerns. Here's the full list of products affected, states, and what consumers need to fucking know. I'm here to help, motherfucker. This shit got so many goddamn ads on the fucking screen. Make sure I don't touch shit. Matter of fact, maybe this will make it better for you motherfuckers. Always got good ways. All right, Cheerios recall shoppers in Indiana, Minnesota, North Dakota are urged to discard nearly 2,000 products. Federal regulators found rodent and bird contamination at a Gold Star distribution facility. This recall affects food, pet food, cosmetics, drugs. Consumers should destroy recalled items and seek refunds. Health concerns may require consulting a doctor. So, rodent doo-doo and bird contamination has been found. Minnesota, North Dakota, Indiana. See, that Minnesota, y'all got a lot of shit going on. Cheerios recall shoppers in 3 states are being urged to throw away a wide range of everyday products after federal regulators link them to unsanitary conditions at a distribution facility. This could be a fucking problem. Federal recalled Cheerios among nearly 2,000 products pulled over contamination concerns. Gold Star Distribution, Inc. has recalled nearly 2,000 items after the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, found evidence of rodent and bird contamination. Obviously, rodent and bird droppings at the company's facility, as per the company's announcement published on the FDA's website. Cheerios recalls affects products shipping to Indiana, Minnesota, North Dakota. The recall, first announced on December 26, covers food, beverages, pet food, cosmetics, household items, and drugs shipped to stores in Indiana, Minnesota, North Dakota, as per a People report. Why Cheerios is included in the Gold Star distribution recall, rodent droppings and bird waste triggered the recall. How the fuck? According to the FDA, inspectors observed rodent excreta, rodent urine, and bird droppings inside the facility. Because of this, the affected products may have been exposed to contaminated surfaces or airborne particles of animal waste, which can cause illness such as salmonella. Leptospirosis, a bacterial disease linked to an animal urine. Okay. Federal Class 2 recall explained what it means for consumers. On January 22nd, the FDA designated the recall as Class 2, a category in which use of or exposure to a violative product may cause temporary or medically reversible adverse health consequences, or where the probability of serious adverse health consequence is remote, as defined by the FDA. What consumers and retailers should do right now, yeah, y'all better listen up. Refunds, product destruction, and safety guidance from Gold Star. Consumers and retailers who purchase any of the products are being urged to destroy them immediately. Gold Star is instructed that the products should not be returned or shipped back under any circumstances. Instead, proof of destruction should be verified through a receipt sent to Gold Star at 1000 North Humboldt Ave, Minneapolis. Refunds will be issued upon request. Motherfuckers ain't gonna go out their way to do that shit. They just gonna trash the shit. I mean, unless they got a year supply. Anyone who believes they may have experienced health issues related to using the recalled products is advised to contact a physician or health care provider. I mean, this shit is sick. Other popular brands recalled alongside Cheerios: Skittles, Jolly Ranchers, Sour Patch Kids are affected. Snack foods like Pringles, Takis, ghetto shit. Breakfast cereals, including Cheerios, Kellogg's, Rice Krispies, and are on the list. Several beverages, including Coca-Cola, Gatorade, Smart Water. Damn, Arizona iced tea were recalled, as well as pantry items: Heinz ketchup, Crisco oil, cinnamon sticks. Just the same other popular brands recalled alongside? God damn. The recall extends beyond food, impacting products such as Pepto-Bismol, Axe body spray, Q-tips, Fancy Feast, cat food, Gillette razors, full FDA list of recalled products, snacks, food, and candy, Pringles. Damn, nigga, original barbecue, salt and vinegar, all dressed, scorching barbecue, scorching chili and lime, cheddar cheese, cheese jalapeno, popper, cheddar and sour cream, carnitas, taco, everything, bagel, hot ones, barbacoa. Nigga, this shit is crazy. Why they just, there's a whole lot going on. Gobstoppers, run, sweet tarts. High chew. Oh, not high chew. We're just only going to like 3 states. So remember, if you're not in what? Minnesota, North Dakota. Let me get that shit, man. Minnesota, North Dakota, Indiana. You might as well check if you're in Chicago, really. You might go to fucking Indiana to get your shit. You're gonna find out the hard way, yo. Saying what you want. That was The Economist. I know I have another one. People.com. Matter of fact, I want to go with Forbes. Forbes, this shit's 2 minutes ago. Cheerios recall while selected boxes were pulled in Indiana, Minnesota, and North Dakota. What shoppers should do now. This is obviously what I read already. Thursday, January 29, 2026, federal regulators flagged a large batch of shelf-stable goods that may have been exposed to rodent and bird droppings. I don't know why they're saying contamination and shit. The key details. Not a nationwide recall for Cheerios, not tied to how Cheerios were manufactured. It is tied to how certain products were stored and distributed before reaching the stores. So 2,000 different items. So I want you niggas to think it's 2,000 different products, 2,000 different items across food, beverages, household products, Cheerios. I mean, yeah. Rodent excreta, rodent urine droppings inside the facility. Yeah, somebody paid somebody off and y'all got caught red-handed. Cheerios are affected. Which Cheerios? The recall is not limited to one cereal category or single flavor, simply way. In a simple way, because it is not a recipe issue. It's a distribution or storage pathway issue. That storage, this means the most reliable way to confirm whether your box is affected is to match identifiers on the package, typically UPC, to the official recall list. Do not eat it yet. check the UPC, dispose of the products. If you've already consumed it, monitor the symptoms. Symptoms to watch for, potential risks, describe contamination, exposure include illness associated with bacterial contamination such as salmonella. Yeah, this is pretty simple. This is right now, and if you live in them 3 states, you might want to do something about that. Real fucking simple. That's really it, because it ain't nothing on the news yet. So I got to it first, but it's not nothing on the news in reference to reports on this. So shit, I'm gonna submit it. Holla.